Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm on an Android device.
Okay, Skype on the phone. Weird.
Yeah.
I can only just about hear you, but it's like muffled and shit.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not on the best setup. It's taking me days to get this to work. I'm just on an Android pad, so I'm not really at my location.
Because you're a bit of a scrub lord, so you only have like shit machinery.
I'm a bit of a what?
Scrub lord. I was just like setting the boundaries, like by taking the piss out of you, as in, I'm like, I know that like trying exists, as in we're not always like saying exactly what we mean, especially when we're like typing shit down. But I don't really want to talk to you too much. So you want to talk to me? Go ahead.
Yeah, alright then, mate. What about you with Brian Gerrish? What you got to say about that? Because you still ain't answered the question, have you, William?
What do you mean by link with Brian Gerrish?
Well, you've been on this show, haven't you? You was at the Bilderberg thing. You're the one that told everyone to come down there.
I've met Brian many times, yeah.
Yeah, and what's your thoughts on him, mate?
What are my thoughts on him?
You're trying to tell me you made a critical video. All you done is said he was a bit boring. Well, he's more than that, mate. Okay, he's a bit of an agent. So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts?
I don't believe that Brian Gerrish is an agent.
No, what about Alex Jones?
But this is like this conversation is broadening out like so.
Listen, you fucking dickhead. Yeah?
Okay, let me speak, okay?
You're going then, mate.
Ask me a question. Let me answer your question.
You be rude, I can be rude as well, yeah?
I'm not going to be rude. Okay, I'm just going to answer the question you asked me about Brian Gerrish. I'll explain if you want. If you really want the explanation, I will tell you. But you have to listen to it, okay?
No problem, Will.
Okay, here we go. So, I met Brian in 2013, like, at Bilderberg. But I didn't really meet Brian. Who I met was Lou Collins. And Lou Collins and I met because Lou Collins' boyfriend used to live in a flat with me in South Devon when I was about 17 years old, when I lived with my brother. So when I met Lou Collins, because I'm from the southwest as well, and she's from the southwest, they're all from the southwest, that is the connection with me and UK Collins, that we're all from the southwest.
Well, let's see.
So, right, no, wait. Brian Gerrish, I've met him multiple times. I first encountered him when he was like, just in the first lawful rebellion stuff I started to get into. And I used to like really respect the guy. He absolutely hates my guts now. And it makes me think that, I mean, he's gone through a schism. Like when I first met them, they were going through like a populist bubble, and they had a guy called Malcolm Massey, and they were just like a cool, albeit, a bit southwest culty, Glastonbury, attached to hippie people, that sort of thing, down there in the southwest, which is what everybody's like if you've ever been down there.
Yeah.
And, but I've never really hung out with Brian Gerrish too much, but I've met all of them. And this is the news that I must tell you, and I'm open to tell you. They tried to recruit me back in the day, because I suddenly appeared in their life, and I was just this guy who was really good at just talking at a camera and making videos and editing videos, right?
Yeah.
And, and I've just shot past them. I was on their television show, just like they have loads of people on it. They were desperate to have people on their television show, especially people who are good at speaking,
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yes,
you're good at speaking.
However, there has been a schism since then, where I do believe, that Brian Gerrish is an elderly man, and he has actual traumatic stress syndrome, not post-traumatic, but traumatic stress syndrome, because they are not popular at all. Their numbers are being completely destroyed. They're completely screwed. And let me tell you that I do know things about them that I cannot tell you, because you've told me in strict confidence.
Well, I know enough about them already.
Like Patrick Henningsen.
I know enough about them already, and Lou Collins.
Have you ever met Patrick Henningsen? Do you think he's a shill?
No, I don't know who you're going on about, because when I went to Bilderberg 2013, I didn't know no one there. I didn't know no one. Belinda, I didn't know Bill Maloney. I've heard of Brian. I've heard of Brian because...
Question number one?
Sorry?
Was that question number one answered? Is that?
Well, you've answered it, innit? You've answered it, and you've given a bit more info, which makes me even more doubt who you say you are. Yeah, fair enough. Lou Collins' boyfriend, was it, that was in the flat with you? Hang on, I let you speak, didn't I? Yeah?
Sorry, say again?
You're saying, yeah, Lou Collins' boyfriend stayed in a flat with you, yeah?
No, he used to live upstairs.
Right.
In a big flat in Brixton.
Well, isn't that what I just said?
Right.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So obviously, you think Lou Collins is right, you think Brian's right. You don't want to answer about Alex Jones, whether you think he's right. I mean, we can make that question number 2 if you want.
Okay, so I'll ask you a question. What's Lou Collins doing now? Because I know the answer. See if you know.
What in now?
Yeah, what's he doing now?
Well, you tell me you know.
She's got an office job for a magazine in South Devon to look after her children, and she has turned her back on UK column. She talks to UK column as much as I talk to UK column.
Because a lot of them have been exposed.
Never speak to them. Okay, so let me give you the news I forgot to tell you. So, Mark Robinson, right? I've always gone with Mark Robinson because he's the tech guy, and whenever I've gone down there, he's just like showed off his studio to me because I'm into that shit. I've got an amazing computer, and I'm into camera equipment and sound and music and all that stuff,
Yeah.
Would you feel like I was less of a shill if I got my guitar out and played some Bach to you and got. Well,
you can be like Linda's friend and play Sheepo the sheep song, yeah.
If I turned on my video right now and painted you a picture to show that I've been to art college for many years, would that convince you that I'm not shill?
Not at the moment. It's a stupid kind of scenario you're trying to paint there. I've been trying to ask you about Brian. You've come with the answer now. You wouldn't do it via your YouTube channel. You started running me, calling me a retard and everything. I said to you, I'm going to Skype you, or you're going to Skype me. I'm here now. Do you know what I mean, mate? That whole Bilderberg thing in 2013 was controlled by agents, mate. The whole thing was controlled.
Collins radio show talking about it.
The whole Julian Assange things is controlled. Yeah.
I called it dodgy fringes. The dodgy fringes. I've got many videos on it, and I was on Lou Collins.
You're good at reverse psychology, mate. You're good at reverse psychology. Yeah, because you made a video the other day about the Queen, trying to say that the Queen's not a problem. I mean, how can you come to that statement?
Here's a concept for you. Like, you know that you're not a government agent. I could accuse you, for example, for being a government agent.
Yeah, right? But you've got to come with something. You can't just accuse me and then that's it. I'm coming with something, mate.
Listen to me.
Go on.
I'm talking about the grace of my patience. I don't have to talk to you.
I don't have to talk to you, mate. You're the one that said you wanted to Skype. I'm Skyping now, yeah? If you don't want to talk, it's not a problem, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just showing you.
I like you, mate. I used to like you. I come across you when it comes to Bilderberg, and the reason I went there is because of the links that I sent you, which you're calling something. So obviously you don't see what I'm seeing and what other people see. When I showed them at the Bilderberg 2013, including the policeman, numbers of people saw it, but then some people don't see it. Okay, because I don't know why. That's just how it is. But you stood right in front of them gates, in front of the symbol that I was telling you about, with a big smirk on your face, telling everyone that the Queen's not a problem. You don't mention the child abuse thing that's going on with Westminster or anything like that.
Speaking a sentence when I don't understand the context of it. You're talking about the link you sent me about the front of Buckingham Palace. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I sent you a link, the front of Buckingham Palace. I sent you a link that had the United Nations in it as well.
I did actually read it when you first did it, and I did not. If you look back at that comment, I don't know if you edited it, but it was grammatically incomprehensible. It didn't mean anything, and I get lots of comments like grammatically and just incomprehensible. Well,
I'm sorry, your brain's just on a high level, mate. Yeah. Okay.
I do not base what I'm doing for my videos on what a random person says with a random YouTube account on the thing. That's not going to influence what I make as films. Okay.
Well, you got a random YouTube account. What makes your one not random and my one random? What are you going on about me? You're not making no sense. I've got a random YouTube account. What are you going on about?
You are. Well, how many other YouTube accounts do you get contacting yours? Because once you get over thousands of.
I try and reply to everyone. Yeah.
What I mean is, I've never met you before, I've never come across you before, I've never seen you commenting on my videos ever in my entire life. And
Well,
then
I've made a
something
few
along, you
comments.
start saying that I'm something I'm not.
I've made a few comments, and in the beginning, I was actually praising you for your videos, saying that I liked them and everything. I actually added them to my playlist, okay? So I have made comments before, okay? Positive comments. And then I tried to send you a Twitter message and an email, which you didn't reply to. You didn't say, I don't understand what you're going on about, or anything. You just dismissed it. You just dismissed it. Okay, because you think your education and knowledge is so superior to everyone else that you can just, you know.
So I'm going to talk about my education. Where do you think I went to school? I went to ordinary primary schools. I went to about 4 of them because my parents could never settle down. So, and then I went to secondary school for the whole thing, just a normal state school in South Devon. And then I went to tried to take A-levels and I failed them. And then I had to take a 2-year foundation course in art in order to get to a degree. So I went to art college 2 years late because I was so bad at school. And then I did art college for another 3 years, and I got a degree, and I did really well. I got like a first in my...
Yeah, so you got a comment from me that you didn't understand, but instead of replying back, I don't understand what you mean, can you explain it a bit better? You just dismissed it and just moved on. Yeah, that's what you're saying, basically.
The sanity, I have to dismiss the vast majority because a human being cannot deal with that, which is why some channels, when they get big enough, they hire a person to do that for them. Because I cannot do it, and it's impossible. And you ask any YouTube, like, you expect your comment to have special significance because you come out of nowhere, and it's exactly the same as all comments. I have lots of police videos that I get like thousands of comments every day. Like, some of my videos get like 10,000 views a day, the ones I made a year ago. And I get massive amounts of comments from there. People say, "You're a prick. You're a fucking cunt. You're a private school twat," and just all of these things. And like, you are just a more educated version of that, where you've actually tried to pursue it. What I'm saying to you is like, I'm really not a shill. Once you have been accused of being a shill, and you really know that you're not, you realise that you start to question all the people that you used to think were shills and actually might not be.
Well, I have been labelled a shill. I have been labelled a shill. Okay, because of something that I got involved with.
Will you listen to me a second, please?
Yeah, okay.
Just let me finish.
No problem,
You're saying that the reason that you sort of accuse me of being a shill is because you're saying there's something I'm putting into my videos which is trying to like manipulate people's behaviour, make them believe something it's not, which is simply not true. Well, if you think that my videos are shit and if you think that what I'm saying is wrong, then that's fair enough. You really don't have to watch them.
I explained to you, didn't I?
A guy who went to art college, and I'm really good at painting, and I'm really good at sculpture, and I'm good at mechanics. I'm good with cars, and I'm an amazing driver.
It doesn't mean anything to this conversation. You're just like playing with words now. You like hearing your own voice, Sam. You want me to listen to you, but all you keep repeating is about this art thing that you've done and the education you got, and it doesn't mean nothing to me. Okay, I'm talking to you about Brian Gerrish, the UK column, Lou Collins, and the bit of info that you've just given me. You know, it proves your link. Yeah, it's more definite now than when I was just sending you the messages via YouTube. You know, and you've confirmed it with your own mouth. Okay. Yeah, because this is how it works, isn't it? They all live in each other's house. You know, do you know Belinda Mackenzie?
Yeah, I don't trust Melinda Mackenzie with a barge pole.
No, why is that?
I know, I've got some stuff about that I cannot tell you. I really cannot tell you. It's like, what's going on with those guys? That's the thing about UK column that I've always steered far.
And what else can't you tell people? Because it's not just me you're not telling, it's all your subscribers, isn't it? All this information you got that you can't tell no one. You know, you're sounding more and more like a gatekeeper, aren't you?
You have no idea.
I gave you a message, right? The first time I gave you a message, I sent you a message about when you were saying about the Queen and the Mayor and all that, and I said to you, I saw the Mayor on the 10th, okay, and then you done a video about the number 10, okay, and then when I done this message to you about the link that I gave you, Buckingham Palace, the United Nations, the royal car with Charles that was meant to be paint bombed, you went to Buckingham Palace, right, and hang on, look, I let you talk, didn't I?
I go there every day.
I let you talk, didn't I? What? You know, you're not letting me finish what I need to say.
I've been, did you start saying this the first time I stood at Buckingham Palace? Because I've been standing in front of Buckingham Palace for fucking years.
Yeah, but did you know what was there? But you don't see it anyway, obviously. You don't see it, obviously, do you?
It's like
you're meant to be dealing with symbols And that's what I've shown you as a symbol that's there. It's like a 3D image that when you're at a distance, it brings... Hang on, I ain't finished me.
You twat, you have no comprehension of what you're talking about.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead, son. You're a dickhead, mate. Yeah? You just love the sound of your own voice. And you're a shill, mate. You're a shill. You're linked with Brian Gerrish, and now you're linked with Luke Collins. It just confirms it. It just confirms it. You don't want to debate. All you want to do is tell me about your art school and your education, and you know you can't comprehend this message, so you just dismissed it, and you think you're so superior, and you're not. You had me fooled for a while, and you fooled a lot of people. But you know it takes time. It takes time. People will see. People will see how you twist the words. Okay, and your last video proves that. Yeah, outside Buckingham Palace, trying to say that the Queen's not a problem. You don't mention nothing about the child abuse, which Brian Gerrish is meant to be dealing with, but he's an agent, like Belinda. He's an agent, and he's been found out. And everyone's scuttering, so Luke Collins got a new job now, she's turned her back, because they've been found out, mate. They've been found out, and everyone's trying to... And you're the next one. You've been found out, mate. You've been found out. Yeah?
No, but no. Now
you haven't proved anything to me to say that you're not a shill, okay?
Okay, let me speak. Let me speak.
All you want to do is start cussing and be rude and hear your own voice.
Right, dude, just let me speak, dude. Okay? Give me the courtesy of just letting me speak.
Only if you give me the courtesy, Sam.
Just fucking let me speak. Just be quiet, okay?
Alright, you
I need to speak. Just listen.
I'm listening.
The whole of the Buckingham Palace, the Queen Victoria Memorial, is the big symbol you're looking for. The whole thing, it's got the Australia Gate on one side, the Canada Gate, it's got the entire world. Even much further out, like hundreds of metres away, there are columns that have these symbols on them of imperial attitude, because they were built between 1901 and 1910, which is the Edwardian period, the last decade of the empire, where they had more money than any country had ever had money before, and they didn't really know what to spend it on, so they built lots of imperial things. When you tell me and I get a message that says, have you seen it? It looks a little bit like the United Nations. You have no idea of the deep context of the entire area. You haven't even noticed the central thing with a fucking big angel, a Greek angel on the fucking top. That is the symbol. Why are you not talking about that? You're just like a scrublord on the internet who's come to me and said, oh, there's some kind of weird message on the gate and you were standing in front of it. Fuck you, dude.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. I didn't say nothing like that. I didn't say nothing like that, and you know it. Yeah, you're a sure mate, and you know it.
So, Louise, I know that you've had a look at the area and you found that at least some of the information that came out of the children rang true.
I had nightmares over this after seeing some of this back last year, but I decided I was going to go up to Hampstead and just check out the locations that the children were saying and whereabouts they were. And Sam the blogger accompanied me.